Deep Dive with David Stendhal, where we trade without ego, no emotion, no greed, and no opinion. Before we begin tonight's video blog, please read over our trading disclaimer and remember to trade smart and accept the reality that trading futures is risky. This presentation does not provide buy-sell recommendations, and our information is strictly provided for educational purposes only. As always, trade at your own risk and analysis. Hey, it's David Stendhal with tonight's Deep Dive. It is December 5th, 2017, and I thought I'd look at the US dollar index with the ETF being UUP. Got a mixed bag here when it comes to the trends, which you'll understand here in a second as to what's going on there. And we've got kind of a mixed technical rating. But the important thing here is that we have a wave low that is just triggered, and something that I think is going to be of interest for us to look at here tonight. So here is a daily chart for the dollar index, the symbol being DX if you want to trade the futures as opposed to the ETF. And you can see that the market has based here and has been rising ever since we had a value chart low trigger, which is it's kind of hard to see here, but you'll see a little bit of red mark right here at the base. And ever since then, the market has been meandering is probably the best way to express it to the upside. It's kind of mirroring the 50-day moving average, and I'll feel a lot better when we actually cross above that and start approaching this resistance level up here. But in any event, in recent days we've had a couple of elastic level pivots. And it's hard to see here, unfortunately, but I'll have to change the color here. But the dark blue dot, that's really triggered here where it's been pegging this secondary low. Here's the low, here's a higher low, and the combination of the two overbought, oversold indicators we have here on the screen being the elastic level, being short term, a value chart being more longer than short term. You know, it's based on 14 days as opposed to 5 days, and then the wave level is more of a momentum-ish type indicator, kind of a quasi indicator between momentum and trend based. And what it's doing is it's now beginning to trigger to the upside. So long story short, some people are looking to see us whether or not this base that we're that's basically popping up here, is this really the end of this little sell-off, and are we really going to start to rally back to the upside? Time will tell, but as of our indicators and our systems, the question is that we're definitely more bullish than bearish. So if we take a look at the website, I'll just show you very quickly here that we have two long positions they've just established, and this is just on a one contract basis. And what we have is a 60-minute that's long as of today, and then we have a 90-minute system that's long as of yesterday. And so the systems are really starting to kick in. We don't have a ton of systems, only 12 systems for the dollar index, but as of right now they are long, and we're looking for more upside. If we look at a longer term chart using our depth gauge, which obviously you can access through the website, you can see that the market has based and is now beginning to rise. So we have a bullish rising market, even though the market has really sold off and really hasn't begun its major trend, hopefully. But it's more bullish than bearish for sure. And from this indicator's perspective, we're still looking for an increase in movement within the market. If we look at the energy level, I found the dollar index. Dollar index right here is in the neutral stage. It's not wildly expansive, and it certainly isn't in a contraction type phase. But the reason I point this out is you'd like for the confirmation for the dollar index right through here to be pointing to the right, which means that it's increasing and it's more on the positive side. And so energy has begun to expand a little bit. It certainly isn't at an explosive point of view right now as you'd be seeing in soybean meal, but you know, this top one up here, but it's pointing in the right direction. So from that perspective, that's what we're going to be looking at, and we'll just simply hold on to our long positions. It's the 50-day moving average, very simple, that you want to be looking at, and we've got enough of the various indicators, the elastic level, here's the elastic level, the value chart, and the wave level. All of those are having based and now pointing to the upside. In the remainder for this particular presentation, this deep dive, I want to point out that we have a new system that is in the midst of being uploaded up onto the TradeStation platform, and very soon here we'll be able to start talking about the Merik, M-E-R-A-K, the Merik system. And what this is it's an S&P system. It'll hold positions overnight. I'll go into more detail when it actually becomes available up onto the TradeStation App Store. But soon you'll be able to have access to a system that trades the S&P 500 and looks for dips in the market. It's obviously bullish and biased with the way it does trade, although it can go short at times. But a good synopsis or summary to the system is that it likes to buy extreme dips and looks to take advantage of those types of conditions. It can go short, so bear that in mind, but the majority of the time it's going to be going on the long side. So you can see that it is not intending, its intention is not to trade major trends. It's looking to take advantage of choppy phases, dips within those phases, and has a bullish bias to it for the most part. So we'll go into more detail when the system actually becomes available, but I think you'll find that this particular system, along with some of the other systems that we're going to be uploading, that things are really starting to kick into gear for Signal Trading Group, and that we'll have some of our portfolios up there, we'll have independent systems up there, and all of these signals that I'm always quoting on our website, that these systems will become available to you, so you can gain some greater insight as to what's taking place. So until then, you still update the information. You can still see in a general sense as to what our outlook is for a particular market. In this case, the dollar index being more bullishly biased, and in time you'll have access to the actual systems and be able to see how they actually trade in real time. So I appreciate you watching, and we will take a look at another market tomorrow. Thanks. Bye-bye.